It was a quiet evening in a small village, the kind where everyone knew each other's secrets. Or so they thought. Ravi, a young man with a sly smile, leaned against the old banyan tree, counting a wad of cash. His eyes darted around nervously. Where did he get it? No one knew yet, but the village buzzed with whispers. Suspense hung in the air like the mist over the river. 2 days earlier, Ravi had spotted an old woman, Meera, struggling with a heavy bag near the market. Her hands trembled as she fumbled with her purse, and a thick roll of rupees slipped out. She didn't notice, but Ravi did. His heart raced. Should he call out to her? Instead, he waited. The moment she shuffled away, he swooped in, grabbed the money, and vanished into the crowd. Was it really that easy? He smirked, thinking he'd outsmarted fate itself. Back under the banyan tree, Ravi stuffed the cash into his pocket. But then, a shadow moved. Was someone watching? He spun around, nothing but the rustling leaves. His chest tightened. Just the wind, he muttered, brushing it off. Still, the unease clung to him like damp clothes. That night, he slept with one eye open, dreaming of Meera's frail figure pointing at him silently. The next morning, the village was alive with chatter. Meera stood in the market, tears streaming down her wrinkled face. "That money was for my grandson's medicine," she cried. The crowd murmured, eyes narrowing. Who could do such a thing? Ravi slunk past, head low, but a kid shouted, "Hey, isn't that Ravi? He's been flashing cash lately." The suspense thickened. Would they catch him? Ravi's pulse pounded as he ducked into an alley. He clutched the money tighter. They've got no proof, he told himself. But then a sharp pain shot through his leg. He stumbled, crashing into a fruit cart. Oranges rolled everywhere, and the vendor yelled, "You clumsy fool!" As Ravi scrambled up, he saw it, a rusty nail sticking out of his shin, blood trickling down. How did that get there? His stolen cash fluttered out, scattering in the dust. The crowd gathered, eyes wide. Meera hobbled over, staring at the money. Her money. "Ravi?" she whispered, her voice breaking. The villagers gasped. Was this a coincidence or something more? Ravi's face paled as hands grabbed him, pulling him to his feet. "Karma always comes back," an old man muttered, shaking his head. Days later, Ravi sat alone, his leg bandaged, his pride shattered. The money was gone, returned to Meera, and the village shunned him. But the real twist? That night, under the same banyan tree, a stray dog dropped a torn slipper at his feet, the exact one he'd lost running from the alley. He stared at it, chills creeping up his spine. Was karma still watching? And so the village learned, you can run from your deeds, but karma? It's patient, it waits, and it always comes back.